sports headlines, Mario McGinnis joins Honorable Mayor Stephen DiNatale and Jim Lattanzi talking about Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf's wager with our own Governor Charlie Baker.
And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
I'm Stephanie Allison, and this is Our City News. Plans for a major bridge repair are underway in downtown Fitchburg. The Water Street overpass onto Main Street will be completely replaced in the near future. State Department of Transportation has been working on temporary repair work as plans for a brand new bridge leading into the city center are being drawn up. Our City News reporter Mario McInnes has the story.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm here underneath the Water Street Bridge where the Massachusetts Department of Transportation has made an announcement of a 3-year plan to replace this aging structure. Earlier, I had a chance to speak with Mayor DiNatale and the DPW superintendent on how this change will affect the flow of traffic in our city.
Yeah, it's been in the works for quite some time. Obviously, it's a state-owned bridge. The bulk of the cost for that is going to be incurred by the federal government, thankfully, and the remaining, it's about $21 million project. The only problem with it is I wish it were starting earlier, but we're looking at 2021 for them to begin construction. But in the meantime, they'll be placing barriers and directing traffic more to the primarily where our concern, and certainly Mass DOT's, is the safety of the public. So we want to maintain that, obviously, and also, ensuring that we can maintain the flow of traffic and help people to do business in Fitchburg. So that's the challenge. We're moving the traffic away from the shoulders and more to the center of the bridge. They've made some shoring up efforts that they've taken so far, and as I mentioned, unfortunately, it's going to take 3 years before we get this project on the books, so to speak. So I wish we could accelerate it, but we have to deal with the federal government and the state, and the funding sources are such that it takes 3 years to make this happen.
Some of the steel bridge beams have corroded over the years. They've been there for more than a half a century now. And so the idea is to direct the traffic away from the beams that are the most corroded, and that way we can keep the bridge open to traffic. Otherwise, we'd have to close it, which would be a huge inconvenience for everybody.
Starting this week, for public safety reasons, the state will add jersey barriers to funnel the traffic towards the center of the bridge, relieving the weight on the outer edges. For Our City News, I'm Mario McInnes.
Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker is getting in on the Super Bowl excitement. Governor Baker and Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf have wagered local-made food products from both states on the outcome of this weekend's championship game. Baker has even made a request from one of Fitchburg's businesses to help sweeten the pot.
Mario McGinnis here at Hollis Hill Farms with Jim.
How are you today? We're here, of course, because we were fortunately honorably selected by Governor Charlie Baker's office in his bet with the governor of Pennsylvania. Traditionally, with the Super Bowl going on, the governors will wager some of their favorite things and featuring products made in their state. We were selected. I got a phone call on Tuesday afternoon from the governor's office, surprisingly, saying that Governor Baker wanted to include us in his wager with Governor Wolf. And apparently, I know that Governor Baker has had our maple syrup because he was here 3 years ago when we hosted the Mass Maple Kickoff. But in the last couple of years, we've developed our pies. We do fruit pies and meat pies. And apparently, they've made it onto his kitchen table, or his dining room table. And he thought of us and asked if we would be interested in going along with the wager. And of course, knowing that we're not actually going to have to send anything to Pennsylvania because the Patriots we're going to clean up on Sunday. So I was willing to put up my contribution to this wager. But of course, honored at the same time that Governor Baker thought of us, the farm here in Fitchburg. So.
All right, and to tell us a little bit more about this friendly food wager is the one and only Fitchburg's Mayor, Stephen DiNatale.
Thanks, Mario. Yeah, it's it's a tribute certainly to the governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And the reason why he's governor is he's so astute and so knowledgeable that he thought about Hollis Hills Farm because of the quality of the product. Everybody locally that's listening or viewing this broadcast, please come out and try the meat pies. They're absolutely outstanding, and the fruit pies are as well. But the maple syrup is made right here in the sugar barn. And again, I hope the governor himself, I'm sure, uses Hollis Hills Farm maple syrup. And I don't know what he's going to be having sent to him from the governor of Pennsylvania, but it certainly can't equal what that we hope won't be going to Pennsylvania. We hope that governor will never experience Hollis Hills Farm maple syrup or the meat pies or the fruit pies. So, go Pats.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Jim. From Hollis Hill Farms, Mario McGinnis for Our City News.
Robots are not just a thing of the future anymore. With the explosion of new technology, even high school students are diving into the world of motors, gears, and remote controls. Our City News reporter Glenn Fossa stopped by Fitchburg High School to check in on the students who are building their own robots.
At Fitchburg High School, Don Marshall is an industrial technology teacher and instructor here in a robotics class. With me, senior Amaya Maldo. Very good to see you today. And just a little bit, Don, this is an incredible opportunity for the kids to do something different, move towards competition, and that's what we're doing now.
Yes, it's very competitive. And we get to compete with all kinds of teams from all kinds of towns and cities across the Mass and the state, the region. So it's a lot good.
And there's a computer element to it, programming. There's an autonomous, there's manual driving it. There's a lot of components here. Yeah,
which is great because every student has their own talent, so it's good they find it. And it's very frustrating. I love to see them frustrated, and they learn a lot from it. So it's a challenge.
And there also is a team element to this, which is pretty incredible.
Yep. They have to know everyone in the team has to know what they're doing. So if someone's not around, everyone can step into the role. So.
Awesome. Amaya, great to see you today, watching you at work over there and learning about what you're doing in your senior year. This is a pretty great experience.
Yeah, it honestly is. This is my first year doing something where I'm here, I'm building a robot, so it's very in the moment. And it's my final year, too, so that only makes it much more fun and to do in this class.
At Fitchburg High School in the industrial technology part of the world, Glenn Foster, Our City News.
The Fitchburg Youth Library is playing a big part when it comes to learning for our young students here in the city. Our City News checked in to see what programs are coming up and to find out more about how you can even read a book when you're at some local businesses here in the city.
This week on Our City News, a familiar face to us this week as well on other programming, talking about everything going on at the Fitchburg Youth Library. Nicole Irvin, great to see you. Tell us more about what's happening.
Hi, Glenn. My pleasure. So February is going to be a busy month. We're going to be working with the city of Fitchburg to collaborate on Winterfest. So from 11 to 12, we'll have a small program here. We'll have a craft, a story time, and some snacks, some hot chocolate. And then everyone hopefully will go to Cogswell Park and celebrate Winterfest there. We also have winter break coming up, February winter break, so we'll have a Lego party. A kind gentleman donated a bunch of Lego sets, so we'll let kids build a Lego set and take them home that day. And then we'll have Hands on Nature that week and Dino Day on Friday. That will be Friday 23rd, February 23rd, so that week of February vacation week. So pretty exciting month coming up.
So it's a little bit cool out and there are good outdoor activities, but these provide us with guaranteed comfortable activities.
Right, exactly. So things that will take place inside if you want to come in and warm up a little bit.
Yeah, awesome. We also heard a little bit about, in the news, our popping up libraries, pop-up libraries across Fitchburg, Greater Fitchburg. Tell us more.
So we wanted to create an opportunity for kids to read while they were waiting for mom and dad at the barber shop or while they're eating at espressos. So we've got quite a few places. Let me get my list here. Mm-hmm. Premier Blends Barbershop Barbershop is a brand new place where we have a pop-up library. Sudsy Bubbles, Market Basket Plaza, Thumbs Up Barbershop, and of course, as I mentioned, across the street, my favorite place, Espressos.
Popping up everywhere right here in our city, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Our City News continues.
And now let's check out the 5-day forecast with Edgar Davis.
Thank you, Stephanie. And now here's your Our City News 5-day forecast. There may be sunshine today and heading into tomorrow, but you can expect temperatures to be near freezing for the next few days, with highs of 40 and 29 today and tomorrow on Saturday, and lows of 12 and 24. We could be in for a cold and messy Super Bowl Sunday, with cloudy skies in the morning with a high of 42 and a low of 34, in addition to scattered rain showers during the night. Monday morning can bring forth sunshine for the day and clear skies at night. However, those temperatures will once again be near freezing all week, with a high of 41 and a low of 21. And on Tuesday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies all day and into the night, and you could be expected to wake up to snow come back tomorrow morning. Looks like we could be in for another messy week. This is Edgar Davis with the weather for Our City News. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Edgar. The Fitchburg Art Museum has some big things happening this month. Glenn Fossa got a chance to catch up with the FAM marketing director and got a sneak peek at some amazing new displays.
Our City News traveling over to the Art Museum, the Fitchburg Art Museum. With me, Cledia Spiro, marketing manager for FAM. Great presentations here today. We got a little bit of a sneak peek. This is really cool. Tell us more.
Yeah, we're so excited. Fantastical Political opens on February 11th, 1 to 3. It's a Sunday. We're really excited. It features 5 New England artists. Dave Cole, which is this artist of the music box behind us, Cynthia Constantino, Denora Justice, and Jolie King are the 5 artists. And basically, it's sort of the understanding of the absurd and fantastical all in one, and not necessarily just political as we understand it in terms of government affairs, but what individuals throughout art have in terms of the perfectionism that we expect in society. That's one aspect of it that you can kind of see throughout the artwork.
We'll be right back with more from Our City News right after this.
For over 30 years, our Father's House has been providing shelter, daily meals, and support to help those in need around the greater Fitchburg area. Every day, our Father's House works hard to provide permanent solutions to homelessness by providing warm emergency shelter at all of our community locations. Our staff is caring, compassionate, and always there to lend a helping hand during times of need. If you'd like to support our Father's House, then what better way than a fun night of music and friendship? Join us on Saturday, April 14th for a wonderful show full of classic Beatles music by the band 1964 The Tribute at Fitchburg State University's Weston Auditorium, 353 North Street, right here in Fitchburg. For ticket information, call 978-345-2256, extension 300. The show starts at 8 p.m. Bring the whole family for a great night out. Get your tickets now for this fun event and help us help others.
Hi, everybody. People of Fitchburg. It's my opportunity to invite you to the State of the City address on Wednesday evening. That's February 7th, 2018 at 6 o'clock in the evening at the Fitchburg High School Auditorium. I hope you'll join us there that evening. You'll hear about some of the things that we've done in the city of Fitchburg and that we're planning to do in the upcoming 2018 year. So please join us. That's on February 7th at 6 p.m. at Fitchburg High School Auditorium.
We We've got your sports headlines coming up, but first, let's go back to the Art Museum for part 2 of Glenn Foss's report.
And Cledia Spiro now with us again here in this gallery, showing us a little bit more about this piece.
Yes, so Mohammed Hafez, which created this piece, is an artist based in Connecticut, and he was born in Syria, and a lot of his work shows the remains, the architectural remains in Syria, and kind of shows the resiliency of the people and the building through various ornamentation, including Arabic calligraphy and sayings. And he's just a phenomenal artist and architect as well.
When you think of the inspiration that has to come from this and what's inside the artist as he moves through the piece, a little bit of what you see here.
It's really hard for me to see, especially I'm from Albania. I was born in Albania, and it was a time when there was war, and I see a war-torn country with such beautiful, architecture involved, and it's a little disheartening, but it's also kind of heartwarming to see that it's still standing, right? So there's like a little glimpse of hope there, and yeah, again, I think the resiliency is really strong here. If anything, that's what stands out for me, and the detail. I mean, when people come and they see it themselves, it's phenomenal again, and I mean, there's even like a little beehive underneath there, so it's all extremely accurate, and it's a very heartfelt piece.
So much more to come right here at the Fitchburg Art Museum and other features of our city right here on Our City News.
Amazing works of art right here in our city. Be sure to stop by and check it out. And now let's go over to Matt Carroll with this week's Sports Report.
Hi, my name is Matt Carroll. Today is February 2nd, 2018, and this is the FATV Sports Report. With local sports with Fitchburg High girls basketball playing Holy Name on Wednesday. They lose that one 49-24. Their next game will be at Shrewsbury at 7 p.m. We now go to boys hockey. We got some highlights. Me and Michael Smith were able to catch this game. Here you got Fitchburg High coming out. It's all Greenfield early on in this game. You can see the opening goal there for them. Fitchburg able to keep it close with Andrew David hitting the goal from He got this goal right off the face-off. Watch this play right here. Watch this move. He's able to get by the defender, and he's able to put it right in the back of the net. Perfect. Like I said, it's all Greenfield early on. They're able to get 3 unanswered goals. There's one right there with the cut, someone cutting right in front of the net. A similar goal here. There's a cutter, puts it right in, and it's, like I said, all Greenfield early on. Fitchburg able to get a goal just before the end of the second period. Salame able to hit the goal and make the score 5-3. There's the highlight right off the top crossbar. Fitchburg starting to make a comeback. There it is. There's goal number 4 for Fitchburg. The score is now 5-4. And here's another one. Fitchburg able to get the puck right in front of himself, and Fitchburg able to score here. It is now 5-5. It's the tying goal, and Fitchburg has complete momentum at this point of the game. Here you get a nice pass right to Salami. It's the second goal of the game. He's able to put it in, and he's going to slam up against the boards here, and why not? Fitchburg now has the lead 6-5, and this is the dagger in the coffin coming up here after this highlight. Here we go. We got a nice pass, falling down pass. He's able to hit the dagger in the coffin. It's 7-5, and Fitchburg will score one more time, making this final 8-5, all Fitchburg Red Raiders. We now go on to St. Bernard's. They played Neshoba, the boys basketball team. We have some highlights there. Here we got a nice pass from Alexander out to Walker. Walker for 3. Walker hitting the 3, and St. B's is looking good early. Here's Alexander taking it himself right underneath the hoop, puts it right in on the reverse layup. Neshoba not going away. Neshoba able to score. They were in the lead most of this game, but St. B's making some great shots. There's a great jumper from the big man Sharp. Here we go. Here's another play to Sharp. The dish from Alexander. Alexander right in the basket. Here's a pass out to Shaw. Shaw able to hit the 3 from downtown. And again, St. B's staying close. Sharp with a great reverse lay-in here. Puts it in the net. Here we go. Neshoba is able to run away with this one, though. At the end, they win this one 51-47. So we now go on to The boys hockey team, St. Bede's Hockey, they lose to Lunenburg 8-2. The Leominster Blue Devils boys basketball play at Neshoba at 7 p.m. on Friday tonight. And the girls will be playing at home also tonight at 7 p.m. The boys will be on the road playing Marlborough for hockey at 6:30. We now go over to college sports with Fitchburg State men's basketball. They lose a tough one against Salem State 93-85, and the girls also lose to conference rival Salem State 77-65. The Celtics beat the Knicks on Wednesday night, 103-73. They looked really good, but we have some possible injuries to Morris and a few other guys for the Celtics. Now it's the time you've all been waiting for. We talked the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one's going to be a tight one, but first, a status on Rob Gronkowski. He's still on concussion protocol. I think he'll be back. He'll be fine. The Patriots are being smart about this. Listen to this. This is the last day for media talk. I think they're going to sit him out until tomorrow when all the media talk is now over. It's going to let him stay out of the spotlight. It's going to let him relax and get healthy for this game on Sunday. Again, the Super Bowl is at 6:30, so don't miss that. With that Philadelphia Eagles defense, like I said, it's going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the end, and guess who's great at the end of the game? Tom Brady, when he has the ball in his hands under 5 minutes, I think he's going to get the ball in his hands. They're going to score with about 5 minutes or under 5 minutes left to play, but Philadelphia will get the ball back. They will not be able to capitalize, though. Matt Patricia's defense holds strong, and the Patriots win this one 28-24. Again, I say 28-24. That's my prediction on the Super Bowl. And again, this is Matt Cowell, and that's the FATV Sports Report.
Thanks, Matt. And more from sports. Fitchburg State University hockey team is helping out for a good cause this month, raising money for Alzheimer's. There are some special chances for the public to get out on the ice as well. Here's the story.
And in a walk to end Alzheimer's, February 9th, 7:30 to 8:30, Friday, coming up, McNabb's Game. You, of course, Dan McNabb, are very much behind this personal impetus behind the event. And tell us more.
Yeah, I should say it's more my family is behind it. Dean Fuller, the coach of Fitchburg State, has been a close friend for a long time. And he called my mother, and we thought it would be a good idea to think of my father and raise some money. He did so much for the community. My father, he was a small business owner, and we just wanted to raise some money and get the word out on Alzheimer's, and that's about it, and that's why I'm here.
This is a great event. There's an open skate, of course, coming as well, so everyone can participate in one way or another.
Yeah, the open skate is great because my father was heavily into Learn to Skate, PAT youth program for a long time. So that was the idea behind the Friday night open skate. It's for free. Skates are rentable there, and we're welcoming anyone to come in. And if they want to donate, they can. If they don't want to donate, they can just come and skate. And I know that most of the Fitchburg State hockey players will be on the ice for that as well. So
we also have February 10th is a date for the Wallace Civic Center. Tell us, this goes 2 days, so you can actually take advantage.
Yeah, that's kind of the bigger show as far as the next day. February 10th is the puck drop is at 5 o'clock, and that's between Framingham and Fitchburg. And there'll be a ceremonial puck drop with some of my father's grandchildren dropping the puck, as well as there'll be a chuck-a-puck event and some U6 skaters skating in between periods. And it's all for a good cause, and we're looking to get as many people as possible. Like I said, my father was he meant a lot to our community, and he helped quite a few people in the surrounding communities as well.
And how do we register for this very important event?
So you can get tickets either at McNabb Pharmacy in Townsend, or the tickets will be at the game itself on Saturday.
And save the date to benefit Alzheimer's, Friday, February 9th, 7:30 to 8:30, and, of course, Saturday at the Wallace Civic Center. Dan, thanks so much for joining us right here on Our City News.
So we're really excited for Fantastical Political opening on Sunday, February 11th, 1 to 3 p.m. We invite everyone to come, and please visit our website, www.fitchburgartmuseum.org, for more information. And we have another really exciting party coming up, just to put it out there. It's called Eleanor Rocks the 1920s. It'll be on March 10th, 6 to 9, and visitors can come from the original entrance of the Fitchburg Art Museum. So please look at our website for the details on that as well.
At the historic Fay Club right here on Main Street in our city, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, the Rotary Club of Fitchburg celebrating Essence Perry, the Student of the Month. And Essence, you have a really unique sort of experience with Rotary and some great things happening today.
Yeah, so today I was awarded the Student of the Month, and I have a unique perspective because I'm interested in both neuroscience and social justice.
Yeah. Now, social justice is on the cusp of all things that are being talked about in the public. And, of course, neuroscience, there's actually some level of connection to those sciences. Tell us a little bit about what you hope to do.
So neuroscience, unlike any other science, it's more human than a lot of the sciences, and it relies on communication. And I think that if there's more communication between the science community and in general society, it's better, but also you take that scientific rigor and you apply it to something like poverty or racism, you get better results, and just like a science experiment almost.
Well, thank you so much. Essence Perry, Student of the Month at the Rotary Club of Fitchburg Celebration Luncheon at the Historic Fay Club.
Increases in energy bills have led many homeowners to install solar panels in the effort to cut costs. But these new panel installations can come at a very high price to firefighters when responding to structure fires. In part one of a three-part series, Our City News investigates this hidden danger.
Mario McGinnis here at the Fitchburg Fire Department, and with me today is Deputy Chief Greg Normanton. We're going to be finding out more about the dangers of solar panels on houses. Deputy, I've got a question for you. When you're fighting these fires, called to a location and you start fighting the fire, what is the chances of your firefighters getting electrocuted due to the solar panel installation?
It depends on where they are in the house. You know, there's a lot of houses in the city that have solar panels on both sides of the roof. We try and deter residents from doing that. But there's always that chance because those solar panels are always charged. There's no way of shutting them off. You can shut off the power to the inside of the house, but you cannot disconnect the power to the solar panels. They're always electrically charged. So if one of my firefighters comes in contact with a solar panel, there's a high possibility he's going to get jolted with the electricity.
And also, there's an issue with venting the roof.
If we have to vent that roof, I mean, if it's on one side, we can always vent the opposite side, which means we have to take our ladders to the rear of the building. We may not be able to get our ladder truck out there, so we'd have to place ground ladders, which takes longer to place, and we may have to go through a gate or through snow bankings. Other than that, we may have to vent the gable end. If there's panels on both sides of the roof, we may have to cut our hole on the gable end, which also means possibly throwing ground ladders, taking up a little bit more time, and preventing the heat and smoke from being released from the house, endangering our firefighters in on the nozzle fighting the fire.
Very good. And, of course, there's an issue with weight. The weight of the solar panels on the roof must jeopardize the safety of the fighters inside, the firefighters.
Solar panels on the roof, depending on how big the roof is, lengthwise and height-wise, is going to determine how much weight there is on there, but there's definitely a weight difference. With the newer houses, with the lightweight construction, with trusses and things like that, these trusses are more prone to early collapse. So if the fire extends from the main fire floor up into the attic, or if it originates in the attic, there's a high probability of that extra weight causing even earlier collapse of the roof.
From Fitchburg Fire Department, I'm Mario McGinnis with Deputy Chief Greg Normanton for Our City News.
Thanks, Mario. We have more on this story next week on Our City News. This week on FATV, Monday, 7 p.m., Chess Chat. Wednesday at 6 p.m., State of the City. Saturday at 4 p.m., FSU versus Framingham State Hockey. And on our government channel, Monday at 7 p.m., School Committee meeting live, and Tuesday at 7 p.m., City Council meeting live. Thanks for watching this episode of Our City News. This episode is brought to you by KCMC Management, our local Dunkin' Donuts. If you have a story you'd like us to share, check us out on our Facebook page or email us at ourcitynewsfitchburg@gmail.com. I'm Stephanie Allison, and from all of us here at FATV and Our City News, brace yourself for more winter weather, Fitchburg. The groundhog said 6 more weeks.